Hey, Lila, are you there? I just wanted to thank you again for letting me come to stay with you guys this weekend until I give birth. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all and getting to spend some time together. Wait, what? What do you mean you're staying with us until you give birth? What do you mean, what do I mean? You didn't know that I was pregnant, right? I thought that my brother told you that I was going to be coming over to stay with you all until I give birth. Hold on a second. I never remembered him mentioning anything like that to me. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure that Jacob told me that he told you all about that. Besides, I've already talked to my parents and everyone is already on board. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to be staying with you all for a while. But I really don't remember hearing anything about any of this. And you say that you're coming to stay with us from this weekend? I don't know. Maybe you just weren't listening? I know that my brother for sure told you about this. Then again, you're always talking about how busy you are with work. So maybe you just didn't remember even after he told you? I have been busy with work, it's true. But I feel like there's no way that I would forget hearing about something important like this. Well, I already told you that my brother explained all of this to you already. You really think he just wouldn't tell you something important like this? You just forgot. It has to be that, but don't worry, I promise to stay out of your way and not cause any trouble. Anyways, I'll see you this weekend. Hey Jacob, are you there? I was just wanting to talk to you about your sister coming to stay with us until she gives birth. Or rather, I had no idea any of this was happening until just now, and I'd like to know why.
Oh, Leila, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I completely forgot to tell you that was happening. I really wanted to say something, but you're always running around and so busy that I guess the timing just didn't work out at all. But I guess the news made its way to you anyways. Who told you? Was it my parents?
No, actually, I had to hear it from Talia herself. She took it upon herself to thank me for letting her stay with us when I didn't even know what she was talking about. But it's a good thing she did, because otherwise I would have no clue that she was going to be staying with us this weekend.
Wait a second. This weekend? Oh man, I must have totally forgotten about that.
Jacob, come on. How could you forget about something this important? Why did you even tell Talia that she could come here in the first place when you hadn't discussed this with me at all? I should have known about all of this before you just told her to come stay with us.
But I already told you that I couldn't because you were too busy running around. Besides, this house belongs to my parents and look, I'm sorry, but I don't need your permission to do anything here. So there would have been no point waiting for you to give me permission. Which is why I just told Talia that she said it was fine. Is that really so bad?
Wait, what? So you just spoke for me knowing that I didn't say anything like that at all?
Layla, you need to calm down right now. Remember that you're my wife living in my family's house. I'm my parents' eldest son, and that's why I have the run of the show. Got it? So, for the last time, I didn't need your permission.
Jacob, I'm not opposed to having Talia come over to do this. I'm just saying that I wish you would have talked to me about this first. No matter the circumstances, we're still roommates, and that's just bad manners.
Bad manners? Is that really the best you can come up with?
Well, let me ask you a question. Just who is supposed to be making all the preparations for Talia coming over? I mean, do we even have a room ready for her? If you're the oldest son and in charge, have you handled that already?
Wait a second. What do you mean that we don't have a room for Talia?
Don't you remember all the renovations that we did to the house last year? We had to completely change around the first floor to suit your parents. which included taking out Talia's room.
Oh, no! I totally forgot about that.
That's what I'm trying to say. How are we supposed to host Talia when we don't even have the most basic accommodations for her? There's no other room that she could stay in. She would obviously want her own private room that we can't give to her.
How did this happen? I can't believe that this slipped my mind. And it's not like I can just tell my pregnant sister to sleep on the couch or something like that.
That's right, she's already so huge. There's no way that would be comfortable for her. You're not going to make Talia sleep on the sofa. What if she were to roll off it and fall on the floor in her sleep?
Okay, I think I know what we can do. We'll just give her your room, and you can sleep in the kitchen when she comes. You used to be in Girl Scouts, right? It'll be just like one of your old campouts.
Excuse me? Did you seriously just tell your wife that she'll have to sleep on the kitchen floor? Just why should I have to do that? You invited your sister over like this. You should be the one sleeping on the floor.
You kidding me? I'm my family's eldest son. There's no way that I'm going to lower myself to do something like that. Besides, I have my own room, so why wouldn't I sleep there? The only option we have after that is for you to let Talia sleep in your room.
I don't know what to say.
Well then, sounds to me like the problem's solved. But let's just make sure we keep this a secret from my parents and Talia. You just know they'd throw a big fit if they found out I was making my wife sleep on the kitchen floor. You can't even let them think that might be going on.
Just how are we supposed to do something like that, huh?
Well, for starters, you can never ever let them catch you sleeping there. So that means you'll have to wait until after everyone's gone to bed to go to sleep, and then wake up long before anyone gets up to move all your stuff.
Jacob, you can't be serious about that, right?
You're my wife. You're gonna do as I say. She only has a couple months of this pregnancy. It's not that big of a deal. What's the matter with you, you lazy woman? Do you really not care at all if something happens to my sister's baby?
What are you talking about? I have no idea where any of this is coming from.
I told you that my sister is coming back home because she needed support and to be waiting on for her pregnancy. But I just went to the doctor and got scolded, and it's all your fault.
Wait, you were the one who got scolded? I'm sorry, but I'm not sure that I understand what's going on. Why are you getting so mad at me about this?
Well, I took my sister to the doctor for a checkup today. Obviously, I just want to make sure that things are going smoothly and that there's nothing to worry about. Then I got called into the doctor's office and he told me that I was causing Talia a lot of stress.
Did the doctor really tell you that?
He did. He told me that the stress isn't having any serious effects on Talia yet, but that it's clear she's far more stressed than usual. The doctor is worried that at this rate it might actually have some effect on the pregnancy. He said it might even cause a premature birth. He told me that we all need to be making sure that Talia is getting the best care she can at home.
Oh my goodness, well, that really is quite scary, isn't it? But I still don't understand why you're upset at me over this. That doctor didn't say anything about me causing stress, did he?
He didn't, but I know that it's all your fault. Think about it. Talia is back in her familiar home with all her family around her. How could that situation possibly be stressing her out? The only new thing around is you, which means that you have got to be the reason that Talia's so stressed. Can you believe the doctor actually tried to blame me for that?
Is that really why you think this is my fault, Jacob?
It's because you're sleeping on the kitchen floor. Talia must have found out and now she feels bad, which is making her stressed. You need to quit messing with my sister's head.
Well, it's not like I wanted to sleep on the floor, and it's not like it's Talia's fault that I am. The only reason I'm sleeping on the floor is because of you.
Shut up. I do not want to hear any lame excuses from you. The only thing I want to hear from you is to admit what you've done.
But I didn't even do anything wrong. What do I even have to admit?
If you're wondering why I'm always getting so mad at you, it's because you act like this all the time. In fact, I realise that I've been letting you get away with this for too long. I have no other choice but to ask you to leave the house.
You want me to move out of the house?
I'm afraid that there's no other way to make sure that my sister's pregnancy goes smoothly. No, you do as I say. This is a direct order from the head of the house.
And just what am I supposed to do for a house until Talia gives birth? Besides, with how little your parents can move, I'm the one who does all of the work around the house. If you throw me out of the house, are you really going to take all of that over?
Of course I'm not going to do the housework. You crazy. You're going to sneak back in the middle of the night and do it all while everyone's asleep.
Is that supposed to be some kind of sick joke?
Just make sure that you stay quiet the whole time. We don't want anyone waking up and seeing you. Because I'll never ever forgive you if anything happens to my sister's precious baby. Got it?
The one stressing me out is you, Jacob.
What are you talking about now?
I mean that all of the stress is all your fault. You have been making Lila do so much for me, and now you're going to try and throw her out? I mean, do you think it's okay to treat her the way you've been doing? The source of all the stress I've been having is you.
Wait a second. Is this Talia? Or are you texting me from Lila's phone?
Well, you do remember that I asked you to drop me off at a cafe to talk with a friend, right? Well, that friend was Lila, and we've been talking all about the things that she didn't feel comfortable saying in the house. That, and she was really wanting to spend some time with me.
Hold on a second. You and Leela are friends?
That's right, we are, and she's been telling me all about the ridiculous request that you've been making of her. Just hearing that made my blood pressure go up. And I know that the doctor told me that I shouldn't be eating too many sweets, but I was just so upset that I had a whole cream puff in the cafe.
But I don't get it. What did I even do that was wrong? I was just trying to think of the health of your baby, Talia. I didn't want you to get any more stressed out.
I am telling you that the source of all of my stress has been you, Jacob. She told me all about how you were making her clean the house and sleep in the sleeping bag on the kitchen floor.
We didn't have a spare room for you, sis. What other choice did we have?
There were plenty of other choices. For instance, why weren't you sleeping on the floor? Why did you have to make your wife be the one to do that?
What do you mean? You know that Lila is the lowest ranking member in this household. That's why she had to be the one on the floor.
The lowest ranking member? What on earth are you even talking about? In fact, do you even remember who paid for the renovations to the house? If Lila wasn't around, that would have never happened. You've got some nerve calling her that.
What are you talking about?
I mean that Lila told me all about, even though you told me that you were paying for the construction, that it was actually Lila who dished out the money.
No, wait, there's been some kind of mistake here.
Not only that, but you know how busy she is with work, and yet you still make her take care of the house in the evening. And to top it all off, you were making her sleep on the floor.
But she's always busy with work. I told her that I wanted her to go out, find a job with more regular hours. But then she just tells me that we can't afford her switching jobs and that she can't.
And she shouldn't have to switch jobs just because you ask her to. Lila has been giving so much for this family, and you've been taking all the credit while dumping all the work on her.
But I didn't mean for it to happen like that.
Maybe you should go and find a better job. What do you think about that? After all, you haven't gotten a promotion or a raise in years. And Lila tells me you only make half of what she does. You've got some nerve treating your wife the way you do, and you don't even nearly earn as much as her.
That isn't fair. That isn't my fault.
You know that she's thinking about divorcing you, right? And I think that she's more than justified in doing so.
What are you talking about? There's no way that Lila would ever leave me. She knows better than to disobey what her husband tells her to do.
I actually am thinking about divorcing you, and I'm already talking to lawyers about it. I took back my phone from Talia before she broke in rage. But anyways, to get back to the point, I'm planning on divorcing you, and I am not your subservient wife.
Lila, you can't be serious about this, right? I mean, we've been together for so long now. This is just a little spat. You're not really going to leave me over this, are you?
I have no problem living with your parents or taking care of the house when the work is reasonable. But the largest problem I have is you. You are a horrible man who always takes advantage of me.
How can you say that?
In fact, I was thinking about leaving you before I even know that Talia was coming to stay with us. But I knew I would have to put it off for a while until we made sure that Talia and her child is safe. But now I have no problem telling you that I want you out of my life.
You can't be serious about this.
Not only that, but it's clear that just your presence is having a negative effect on your sister's pregnancy, and I think you should leave the house for a while. Start packing your bags because we don't want to see you when we get back home.
You're really going to try and kick me out of my own home?
It's all for the sake of your sister's baby, remember? Surely you're not going to argue with that.
Lila, what's going on here? I heard that Talia had given birth, so I came back home, but you're not here. Where'd you go?
I told you that we're getting divorced, Jacob. I packed all of my things and moved out before you came back.
Why would you do that?
I've already told you why, and I don't intend on repeating myself. And by the way, your parents told me that they were going to give me everything that intended to leave you in their will as a way of apologizing for your actions, and to pay me back for paying for the reforms to the house.
What? No. This can't be happening.
It is, and your parents have my signed divorce papers, so if you could just sign on your part and send them off for me, that would be great.
This can't be happening. I was counting on that money. I really need it. You can't just take it from me.
After that, Jacob's parents wrote me a huge check to repay for the home renovations and told me how thankful they were for all that I'd done for them. Then they told Jacob that he wasn't welcome at their home anymore, and they kicked him out. I hear that he tried looking for a new job, but couldn't find one. One day, he came crawling back to me, begging for me to save him, even offering to sleep on the kitchen floor. Needless to say, I turned him down. On the other hand, Talia and I still spend time together, and I still visit Jacob's parents. We meet up regularly, catch up, and talk about our lives with each other. And I've even gotten to see Talia's child a couple of times, and she's just adorable. I do make it a condition when I meet with them, however, that I don't want to hear a single word about how Jacob is doing, and they respect it fully.
Emily, is it true that you're moving to a different high school? Seriously? Is it because I stole your boyfriend from you? Come on, you don't have to be so butthurt. It's not like this is the end of the world for you. Oops, I forgot to block you. Thanks for reminding me. I'll never see you then. Bye-bye. Wait. Why do you get to block me? If you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna block you before you block me. Alright, go ahead. But before I do that, let me know more about why you're leaving our high school. Is it seriously because I took your boyfriend from you? If so, how do you feel right now? I'm not leaving our high school because of you, and I don't care about our little dispute. Come on, Emily, you don't have to act so tough. I'm actually being very honest right now. The only reason that I'm moving to another school is because my dad's being moved to a different office for work. And it's also better for my future as well. I'm moving to the state that has my dream college. It'll be better if I'm eligible for in-state tuition. So, you were forced to move? Well, no. It was supposed to be just my dad at the beginning, and you weren't able to stay in our school thanks to me, so you're running away from me. Are you even listening? I just told you that it was because it was for a better choice for my future. The college tuition when I live there works better for our family, so that's why I'm moving. Plus, my dad said that he was staying there for a few years, so I thought it was better if we stayed together as a family. You're just making excuses, and it's obvious. Come on, just tell the truth. That is the truth. I know you want to hear that I left because you took my boyfriend, and that I feel awkward being around you guys since that happened, but it really has nothing to do with that, so stop trying. Do you have no shame? Because you stole my boyfriend, or because I couldn't see how trashy of a person the girl I thought my best friend was? Because I really am ashamed of myself for the latter. See? I knew you were still onto me about what I did to you. I mean, who wouldn't be embarrassed to have their own boyfriend stolen by their best friend? How do you manage to ignore everything I say and interpret whatever you want to hear? I thought your favorite subject was English. Stop being so sassy, Emily. Me? Sassy? That's basically all your personality consists of. See? You're being sassy. You've been so full of yourself ever since we got into high school. Just because the people in our class liked you. And I know how you've been hosting study sessions with your new little friends behind my back. I'm not doing anything behind your back. I just study alone, and everyone who has a question about the exam comes to ask me. You should have just said so if you wanted to be part of it. I did not want to be part of your trashy little meetings. Well, I just want to say that I didn't mean to do anything behind your back or make you feel left out. You think you're so special just because you have good grades. On top of that, you make a boyfriend before me? Who do you think you are? Wait, so you stole my boyfriend from me because you were jealous? You stepped out of line. I only made you my friend so you could help me stand out better. But you tried to be the main character. You tried to steal the spotlight from me. That's why you got what you deserved. You've been saying all these odd things. I've never wanted to steal the spotlight from you. You should know by now that I'm not the type to want to be the center of attention. You knew what you were doing. And I know that you'll have a hard time ahead in your life if you keep doing that to others. So, I did you a favor and stole your boyfriend from you. You needed someone to teach you a lesson.
Hey, Emily. How you been doing? Are you enjoying your new school?
Oh my god, you scared me. I forgot that I haven't blocked you yet.
Wait. Just wait for 1 second.
What do you want?
Well, I realized that I was in the wrong.
For what? Being born?
No, for dumping you to get with Carla.
Oh. Well, the past is in the past. You don't have to worry about that, so feel free to move on. I'm doing fine over here at my new school anyways.
So, you already made a new boyfriend?
No, I mean, I've had a few people who I can talk to, but I'm not too close with anyone.
You already made a new boyfriend?
Wait, what? Like, after you?
She left me on the day after you moved to a new school.
Oh, wow.
That's it? Oh, wow. She threw me away. Any sympathy?
I mean, you threw me away too. The day that I caught you two on a date together, you told me that you felt more comfortable around her and that she was the love of your life. Why would you want my sympathy now?
Now I know that I was wrong for all that.
So you texted me to apologize for your wrongdoings? Well, thank you for apologizing. See you.
Wait,
What? Can you please get to the point?
I want to get back together with you.
But I don't even go to the same school as you anymore.
Yeah, but we both talked about how we had the same dream college, didn't we? So I'm thinking that maybe we can meet up when we both get in.
Why don't you get back together with Emily? She was so much of a better match with you, wasn't she?
I can't get back together with Emily.
Why not?
She said that I needed to go get some plastic surgery if I wanted to keep dating her.
I mean, it's true that you have a pretty basic white boy face. Why don't you try getting a new haircut or something?
I'm not trying to find ways to convince Carla into dating me, Emily. I want to get back together with you.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Look, regardless of what Clara said, I think your face is fine, and I think you'll find someone great in the future.
See, you're the only person who actually supports me from their heart.
I'm just trying to be positive, Ben.
You're the only person who truly understands me. I know that it's too late to apologize. I know, but I also know that I'll never mess this up again, and I'll make you the happiest girl in the world. That's why I contacted you today.
Look, I need to focus on my college admission now, so I think I'll stay away from all the drama for a while. And even if it wasn't at this very moment, I wouldn't consider dating a person who cheated on me even once, no matter how much they apologize to me.
Well, what do you need me to do to forgive me?
It's not about whether I forgive you or not. To be honest, I have no interest in you anymore. I don't like you anymore, and I don't care about you. So, I'm sorry, but please understand.
Wow, so I get tricked to leave the love of my life, and the girl who got me into the situation also threw me away. I have nothing left.
It's not like you to be so clingy. I guess I really never truly understand you as a person. And that's another reason for us not to date.
Can't you get to know me from now on?
Not a chance. I need to study for my SAT and revise my essay after that, so this is goodbye, once and for all. Hey, Emily, you still use this number, right? Sorry, who's this? You know damn well who this is. Your beautiful best friend, Carla. Have you forgotten about me, or are you just trying to forget about me altogether since I took your boyfriend from you? If that's the case, I'm so very sorry for traumatizing you like that. Oh, it's you. I changed my phone a while ago, so I didn't have your number added, and you blocked me a decade ago. What brings you here? I was just wondering how you were doing. You know, since you didn't show up to the high school reunion that was held last month. Oh, yeah. I couldn't show up since I had a meeting scheduled on that day. I was so bummed out at not having been able to see you. It's been 10 years. I thought we would have some little time to catch up with each other. Is there anything I can help you with? I'm sort of busy right now. Actually, I had a small announcement to make. I'm getting married. You're getting married? Congratulations. Thank you so much. My fiancé is actually the owner of a company. He makes several $1 million a year. That's very impressive. Who's the lucky man? Oh, you haven't heard yet? Why would I know who you're dating? Well, he's someone that you already know. Someone that I know? You're still as sharp as a marble, aren't you? He's the only millionaire that you'll ever come close to. Still have no idea. This is the exact reason why you had your boyfriend taken away from you in high school. You're always only thinking about yourself, and guess what? Now I got your husband to propose to me. I'm even pregnant with his baby. I'm not married to anyone yet. What? What do you mean? You have a millionaire husband, don't you? I still have no idea who that mystery millionaire is. I've never married anyone before. Quit messing around. I'm talking about Kevin. I was working in the restaurant one day and he suddenly asked me if I was Carla and he introduced himself to me as your husband. Wow, that is terrifying. But he even had a picture of himself next to you, and he had his ring on. He even went as far as to say that he got to know me when you two were looking through your yearbook together. Hold on, but I moved to another high school before graduation, remember? I mean, we did go to the same middle school too, but do you still look the same as back then? I probably wouldn't be able to recognize you if I'd only seen you in that one picture. I mean, everyone says that I look younger than my actual age. It seems like you haven't changed a bit either. Look, I get that you're tired of admitting that any man you choose will replace you with me. But it's the truth, so why don't you come clean with it? I am and will always be better than you. Do you seriously think that I would still give a slightest crap? If a guy decides to cheat on me, then that just means that he's just not worth my time. Besides, I actually don't have a husband, so you're actually scaring me with those stories. Are you sure he didn't mean someone else? No, I told you how he showed me a picture of the two of you next to each other. And you said you were getting married with that man? Yeah, so get ready for the divorce. Thanks for the millionaire husband. I really have no idea who you're talking about, so good luck, I guess. I have nothing against the idea of you getting married, and nor do I care. How do you feel right now? Are you mad? Sad? I don't feel anything because I have no idea who or what you're talking about. Stop trying to act tough. I know you're crying behind that screen. Whatever. I'm very sure that you'll lose that composure very soon. Imagine having another lady steal your husband and getting a divorce. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. You know what? I feel terrible, so you could at least come to our wedding if that helps. Huh? You can drink the pain away. I'll send the date and location of the wedding later, so make sure to come, okay? It's going to be held in about a month. I wanted to make our engagement day the same day as my birthday, so it's going to be before that. So make sure to finish all procedures before that. Got it? Great. See you there. Emily! Why would you leave in the middle of the party? It's almost your turn to give a congratulatory speech to us. I was right to show up out of curiosity. I understand what's going on now, and I didn't prepare a speech for you guys since you never let me know in advance. Well, then come up with something on the spot. We're best friends, aren't we? Just say something sweet, and I'll act touched. I have nothing sweet to say about a fake friend who's into stealing their friend's boyfriend. Nor do I have anything to say to the man who was my stalker. What do you mean by stalker? I didn't recognize him when they announced his name, but I knew who he was as soon as I saw him in person. The man who you just had a wedding with was my stalker. I had to take legal action to get him away from me. Wait, what do you mean? I mean exactly what I said. The man that you just got married to is the same man who used to stalk me. I had to get a restraining order on him. I was finally starting to feel safe. But I guess he was busy stalking you instead. But he told me that he was married to you. I mean, did you check his record? I'm sure you won't find anything about marriage with me. No, I didn't, but... Look, you need to believe me on this. I've never gotten married to the man before. Got it? But how is that possible? He even showed me a picture of himself with you. Yeah, he would stalk me and take pictures of me. Then he would edit himself into those pictures and spread lies that he was with me. Thanks to that, I was finally able to get the police to do something about him. You're lying. He told me that he's making millions a year. There's no way that someone with so much to lose would do something like that. You two aren't living together, right? Why don't you try paying attention to whether he actually leaves to work every day? Who knows? He might be lying about that whole story. I do live with him in the apartment that I've lived in for a few years. But we promised that we would take a look at the new places next week. Look, I'm not sure whether he became a million overnight or not. But the last time the police gave me information about him, they told me that he was unemployed. Or that he didn't have a proper job and was just going around starting and quitting part-time jobs. But he said that he has the money to buy a house for us. I told him that I would pay for the daily expenses since he's paying for the house. I even quit my day job as a restaurant server since he said I could just be a housewife. Well, have you taken a look at the house? Not yet, but we're going to soon. Maybe you should at least take a look at his savings and see if he's telling the truth. Look, I get that you're jealous, and that I'm getting married to a rich guy who's going to give me the world, but you need to stop lying just to make me feel less of myself. I'm genuinely concerned for you, because I know how that man can be like, but I guess you don't want my advice. What help would you be to me? I'm just trying to point out what you might be getting yourself into. And what could that be? Kevin, my stalker. Do you know why he was stalking me? The police have evidence of him stalking me, by the way. Whatever, get to the point. Kevin had a girlfriend when he was in high school, but he was fed lies to by his girlfriend's best friend. And ended up leaving the girlfriend to be with her best friend. But it turned out that the best friend was just playing games and he was dumped right away. So he tried to get back with his initial girlfriend, but he was rejected, and that's how he became the initial girlfriend stalker. Wait, but there's no way. He tried to get into the same university as me, but his grades weren't good enough and he didn't make it. So I ended up going to my dream school while he went to some other university, and he found me right before graduation, becoming my stalker. I was paid a pretty good amount as compensation, so I'm pretty much over it. Although, I was considerably traumatized for a while. So, you're saying that Kevin and Ben are the same people? You told him to get plastic surgery or something before you broke up with him, didn't you? How am I supposed to remember that? Well, he told me that you did. Those words must have bothered him a lot. My guess is that since he couldn't stalk me anymore, he changed his target from me to you. You have got to be kidding me. So, he's not the man that I thought he was? No, I don't think so. And I really don't think he has the money that he's saying he has. He had to pay some fees when I sued him, and it seems that he hadn't had a proper job in years. So, this whole thing is a fraud? Well, yes, but at least you're getting married before me, right? No, there's no at least to this. I stayed single until this age just so I could marry a rich and handsome guy that I thought would show up one day. Not some broken guy with a fake nose. The marriage is not valid. Well, you have fun working with that. I have nothing to do with this, and I'm going to block you, so good luck, I guess. Wait, I'll give him to you. He's your ex, isn't he? I'm sure he'd enjoy your company far better than mine. I agree, but I'm not interested. Sorry. But we're best friends. We're supposed to help each other through these things. I'm moving tomorrow to somewhere far away. Neither you nor him will ever find me again. I haven't felt so happy in a long time, Carla. Take me with you. I guess it's my turn now. What do you mean? You turn for what? What you taught me 10 years ago? How to erase someone else from your life? What do you mean? We're best friends. You can't just do that to me. Here goes nothing. Blocked. I've had Carla blocked since then, so I've only heard rumors about her. But apparently, I was right about Kevin being Ben, and the whole story about him buying a house was a lie. In fact, Millionaire's story was a lie, and Ben took Carla back to his parents' house, where they now live together. I've only been to his house once during high school, but his mother was a horrible person who was obsessed with our son and would shame me for dating him. Hopefully, she's having a good time during her stay there for the rest of her life.